Where are we going next?
Next is the Rose Bowl, another New Year's Day bowl game featuring one of the Big Ten's teams, a champion, in fact, Ohio State University taking on Oregon, number 7 versus number 8 matchup. And, boy, this one's a tough call, isn't it?
3.5 spread on it in favor of the Ducks. And I'm really excited about this game. I really am. I think it's two teams that they match up, but then again, they don't match up. You know what I'm saying?
Masoli, the quarterback for Oregon, he's very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
He's the anti-Terrell Pryor, who has been a real schizophrenic quarterback this year. You never know what you're going to get with the guy.
There's a reason for that. I mean, you don't go to the middle of the season and all of a sudden say, hey, we're changing our offense. And that's what Ohio State did this year. And they tried to make Terrell Pryor something he's not. He's not a throwing quarterback. Think of him as a first or second year Michael Vick of the NFL. I mean, he's a guy that if you just let him run, he's going to do fine.
And he does that a lot. He's second leading rusher, or is he the leading rusher on the team?
I think he's the leading
now
rusher.
Now that Beanie Wells is gone, yeah, I think actually Terrell Pryor's probably the leading rusher on that Ohio State team. All Oregon really has to do is make sure somebody's always spying on Pryor and make sure he doesn't beat him deep. I think Oregon wins this game. I think pretty handily. I don't think Ohio State's going to hang with them.
Yeah, I think it's going to be closer than people think. I really do.
Okay.
I think Oregon. I think they might underestimate Ohio State a little bit. I mean, everything's gone Oregon's way. I mean, has it not this year?
Oh, sure it has.
Has everything not gone? I mean, that's the big question. I think.
They're a team built on quarterback efficiency, and the quarterback for Oregon, he has been anything but inefficient. He's been very efficient this year. So.
I mean, Ohio State's got a pretty good defense, and I think that's where they're going to underestimate. I mean, you don't go through the whole season. I mean, even in the Big Ten, and only allow 16 touchdowns and not be a good team.
Make the call, pal.
I think Oregon wins this game in a very, very close matchup, I think it's going to go right down to the wire.
I'm going to say Oregon wins by at least 10 points in this game.
Really?
I think Ohio State is. You never know what you're going to get with this team. At least with Oregon, they've been pretty consistent this year, and Pac-10 isn't nearly as bad as it used to be. Let's face it.
It's a lot more even.
Yeah,
I don't think it's as good as it used to be, though.
They've got athletes in other places rather than just USC.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best quarterbacks in the country plays for Washington.
Yeah. Who saw that one coming?
So,
or
Stanford, amazing team this year. So Oregon State always puts up a fight. Oregon's always good.
Yeah.
So there's better competition in the Pac-10 than there once was. They're not the laughing stock anymore.
By the way, Oregon State is the Northwestern of the Pac-10.
I might agree with that, actually. The one that comes in and ruins everybody's day.
Yes.
The team that if you were going to change the Big Ten or the Pac-10, you'd want to get rid of that team.
Exactly. So what else we got left here?
Well, the national championship game, of course, featuring number 1 versus number 2, January 8th. The game's in Pasadena this year.
Yes, at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Bama, Texas. And I know everybody's on the Bama bandwagon after that SEC championship game, and everybody's bailing from the Texas bandwagon. Me being a Texas fan, I can tell you right now, that team you saw very narrowly beat Nebraska in the Big 12 title game was not the Texas you will see on January 8th, I promise you.
You know what? What it is about I'm not sold on Texas because of you obviously would be able to name some other people off that Texas team other than Colt McCoy.
Sure.
But there's a lot of people out there that Colt McCoy is the Texas Longhorns. And I think that's where they have a problem this year, where they don't have those couple guys that are really good that help him be even better.
They do, though. You got to pay attention to a guy like Jordan Shipley.
Yeah,
the guy is a stud.
But compared to years prior.
And if it wasn't for Shipley, McCoy would not be a household name.
But compared to the last 2 years, do they have all the names and the players they have had?
Maybe not, and especially not on defense. But I will tell you right now, if you didn't watch Texas all year and the only thing you saw of them was that Big 12 title game, of course, you're going to think Bama in a landslide here. I think Bama probably still wins this game. I hate to admit that, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think.
I don't know. I'm on the Bama bandwagon. I mean, you don't beat Florida or go 13-0 in the SEC.
There's a reason for that. They've got a very good defense. They've amazing running back. Obviously,
And
Mark Ingram won the Heisman. They're a big ball control running type of team, and once in a while, up top goes Greg McElroy, and he's a great quarterback. He's
going to be. He's a freshman, right? He hasn't lost a game. I mean, he hasn't lost a game since who knows when. I mean, they're going through it. I mean, throughout high school, he was undefeated. His first year at Alabama, as a freshman quarterback, you're undefeated.
Yeah,
this guy knows nothing but winning. And when it's all said and done, I think he. I hate to say it, but I think Bama's going to roll over Texas.
I really don't. I think that a lot of people are saying that, and one of the reasons they're saying that is because they didn't watch Texas all year long, and they also, the only time they ever saw them was the Big 12 title game, like I said, and they totally didn't impress in that game. But again, everybody's entitled to one of those games. The fortunate thing for Bama is that, they haven't been a team that has been surprising in that they underperformed.
No, they just go out there, they do their thing, and they just grind it out with you.
Ball control the clock, time of possession. I agree. Bama will win this game, but again, I don't think it'll be a blowout. Absolutely not.
I think it's going to be 2 touchdowns.
I really don't see that.
I really do. The spread on it's like 5 points in Bama's favor, but I see it being 2 touchdowns.
The most I see is a 10 to 13 point win.
Okay, agree or disagree that if Alabama solves Texas's defense, do they get blown out?
No, because I think, again, Texas has got a high-powered offense. We've seen it all year long, with the exception of the Big 12 title game.
Yeah, how do you not... I mean, yes, Sue was on that Nebraska
guy's amazing.
defense.
He's the most dominant player in college football, no matter what position, no matter offense, defense. Sue probably should have won the Heisman this year, to be honest.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You'd put him above Mark Ingram?
I would.
That's interesting.
Again, who's more dominant at his position than Sue?
Yeah. I mean, you look at those are Bama's defensive numbers.
Pretty awesome.
In the SEC. 14
like I said.
touchdowns, 241 yards overall, 78 on the ground.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, I think ball control wins this game for Bama. I don't think it'll be a blowout, though. I think they'll keep it on the ground. And by virtue of that, it won't be that high-scoring a game as people think.
All right. I'm saying 2 touchdowns.
No way.
Coming up, we're going to do our 5 favorite games of this bowl season.
And our blowout pick as well.
Yes. Maybe Bama. You'll find out.
No way.